Hi, my name is Suzanne, and today we're gonna talk about sexual energy. I advise you to watch maybe the first videos about what is energy and energy time map and the transmutation of energy in order to heal, so you can understand more about this concept of how to use sexual energy in order to heal. In the Taoism concept, actually, sexual energy is the first medicine available to human. So to come back a little bit more in this top to bottom understanding, let's say, why we say that. I mean, we all know that this is through a sexual act that we can procreate. So the energy that we are tapping to in order to create is sacred energy and is the source. So this is the raw energy creation provided to us. So you can understand how powerful that energy is. I think I don't need to explain that. And this is why we should not have sex just to play. I mean, we can. It's not that I'm saying is we shouldn't, but we are misusing this sacral energy when we are doing this, and it's actually harming us more than. I mean, it's not harming. Yeah, it can, but it's actually just not helping us. Any relationship and a sexual act is actually an exchange of energy. Please come back to the video earlier to understand what I'm talking about in terms of energy. As the goal is to upgrade our each other energy system, as the goal is to grow and develop our own energy system, the most effective way to do this is through sexual intercourse, because you are literally tapping in the source as a woman to absorb, because you're opening up your channel of reproduction, so you're actually opening up to God source, or just the source, life source energy. So you are absorbing a huge amount of energy that can be used to heal one another, and so transmute, because this is the process of healing, is transmuting energy, right? That's why it's very, very important and to be conscious with who you are engaging with, and make sure, I mean, it's a process you naturally feel anyway when you click with someone, is that you are matched energetically for this process to take place. So here we can just look at a couple of notes I made in the process. Maybe I can explain a little bit like my process of these drawings and why it happened like this. When I do a drawing, I actually don't know what I'm drawing. And it's just, it's a download. It's the same process actually. We are tapping the source, so it's like instinctive. It's intuitive process. I do the drawing and then I understand what it is, and then I get the download about what the lesson is. So all my videos are actually made that same way. It's the same process. So I'm just the vector, the transmuter, right, of these lessons. They get transcended through me, and I'm just, telling you this is what it is. So let's go at it. Relationship is an exchange of energy, as I was explaining earlier, where the woman is the catalyzer and connector to the life force and the true essence of creative energy. So actually, this is the strongest creative energy there is. Finding the right energetical match is crucial. I mean, it's just to augment the potential that there already is, right? Sexuality is sacred and should not be taken as a basic act of pleasure. Why it feel pleasure? Because it's healing. That's it, right? It makes you feel good. So then it's healing. It is meant to design and create the world of one's reality. Okay, in a broader sense. Okay, everything is energy. We all went through this in the other videos. What's happening in the procreation process is a creative process, right? So the woman absorbs and then it's exchanged with the man. It's a co-creation process. And then we both project. We use this energy and we project. I will do another video that explains about projection and how you actually create. And this create our reality. So we vibrate. And then we create what we have, what we see as our reality. It's a process of what's conscious and unconscious. It's a whole system to grasp that is very based on duality, actually. So it is meant to design and create the world one's reality. So it's a very powerful, it's a process of what we call alchemy and transmutation. So yeah, the activation of this alchemy is a true labor for the woman. This is really to be understood because, okay, this alchemy process for the woman, she fall in love. So what is love? Love is actually the source. Okay, so it's if you compare it to a liquor, she's gonna drink it, and then with that magic, she can create the world. You see how big that is, right? So you want to be careful which liquor you are drinking. Because it's very heavy duty, energetically wise, to fall in love. So it's not something you just play with, because it can be very painful. Of course, you can do something with a pain. That's another topic. I can make another video later. Heartbreak is the best recipe for most beautiful art creation. So, but once again, it's a process of creation, right? So it's like overusing a resource that is like super magical and super powerful. And this is something that should be supported and protected by the man, because its power is limitless, to such extent that it brings you life and joy at home. I mean, it create a home, it create people. So it also heal, and it create the world. So I guess that's quite big, right? Sexuality and women are not toys. They are an act of divine creation. They are a tool of divine creation, and relationship are an act of spiritual growth. Together, create a bond. It create the world structure, the society we are having, right? So the lack of understanding of a relationship purpose then leads to chaotic world. A distorted sexuality lead to distorted woman, lead to distorted men. So what are those? A distorted woman in her sexuality that is then misused in all of this, right? Then she keep feeding this, like she doesn't fulfill her role of creation. Because she want to fulfill the man, she want to fulfill herself, and then she want to fulfill the home, and then go through everyone around her, right? But if she is just focusing, if the man is distorted in his sexuality, then she's gonna want to answer to that. And this is why we are having a lot of women that are sexualizing themselves through social media. This is why we have fast fashion as a major problem in the world. uh, these women are trying to compensate. They are fulfilling demands that are distorted, and they are not aligning within their role, because themselves they are trapped. So what is a distorted sexuality in a man is a man that is trapped and consuming, is using sexuality to feed his ego and not his soul. So he's gonna consume porn, and then he's gonna project this on women unconsciously, meaning, as we said earlier, everything is energy, meaning it creates unconsciously this reality, and it's going to, the woman unconsciously grasp this. She get it. I mean, they are meant for each other, right? So then it acts like this as a group, as a collective. It's very powerful. So then you end up with the society we're having here now. Very sick, very consummation, and very ego-based. Where very few people are, where people are not happy because they are not using their tool, their super powerful tool, for the right thing, because they are using it's used unconsciously. So true love connection between two people is not about money or status or power. It's actually about world creation. It's about maintaining the balance and the universe force. This is also in a cosmic scale. There is nothing about materialism in that. It's all about keeping the balance of energy forces. It's nothing else. So all the thing that comes between, having a car, having a house, having kids, and all of the society structure that has been created over time through massive amount of people that are distorted in their sexuality use, create where we are now. There is no freedom, and because there is no education about all of this. That's why I'm doing this education, by the way. So, okay, let's go. Let's continue. Yeah, ego is human, and is blindsided one's responsibility in the world. Yeah, there we are. We are blindsided by our ego, because once again there is no education. This is like this is sacred. This is old school knowledge. What has been labeled and tagged as taboo, as witchcraft, whatever, and that has been misleaded for centuries, and here we are. So yeah, that's it.